You know, I grew up in the black church, like most of y'all watching the video. And for those of you who are like Pentecostal, Church of God in Christ, you was there every day. Remember that lineup: Monday night, brotherhood; Tuesday night, little kids Bible study; Wednesday Bible study; Thursday choir rehearsal; Friday service; Sunday school; Sunday morning service; 6 o'clock if you're Baptist training union. It was all day. So much so, when you got grown like me, you said, I'm not going to church. I done paid my dues. By the time I was 17, I went to church for a whole 3 lifetimes. I'm not going back. But when you look at a lot of these churches in these ghettos, or anywhere across Black America, to be honest, the more affluent churches have more married couples. But you do know there is a oversaturation of single women. This is the truth. Especially in today's time. When I was coming up, you had more men in church. But now that's not the case. And not only do you have an oversaturation of women, but you have an oversaturation of women who have never been married, who typically have children. Now, in church, for the most part, you do get good-looking women here and there, young women who are single and quote-unquote ready to mingle. But typically, you get those people who come into church who have lived a rough life for whatever bad decisions that they have made, especially women. They're looking for a change, looking to change their reputation, so they find Jesus. And they want to be born again, born anew, to separate themselves from all that they have been through. And now what is missing in their life, because they're going hard body, they're in the choir, they own the usher board, they're going to Wednesday night church service, they have new friends, they don't have a man. And now they are asking God to send me a man. Send me a man. The pastor, Reverend Do You Wrong, who is up there every Sunday, they are enamored by his words and his precision of how he preaches and his professional pauses and hooping and hollering. He is telling her to wait on the Lord. This is what he's telling her. God is going to deliver unto you this man. And so this lady believes this. And when she goes out to her job and goes out to other places, people of other races are married, but not her. Sometimes under the same circumstances. But she cannot understand why God won't send her a man. Now, she sees an Asian woman taking her husband food and running the bath water. She sees the Hispanic woman preparing the woman's lunch and stuff. But see, for her, she can't do that because God's going to send her the man. Here's the problem. You praying for God to send you the man. And your pastor, who I'm going to dedicate this to, is not telling you the real truth. Because, see, the pastor wants you to keep sending the money. So the pastor should be telling you that you need to change your behaviors for God to work in your life. Because, see, all the behavior that you've had towards choosing a man, you still going to have those problems in church. Just because you got in the choir stand and you lead the devotion and you in the prayer meeting and you doing all, see, that doesn't mean anything. See, it's your behavior that needs to change. Now, look at this. Stay with me. Talking to George Macon the other day, I don't know why, I was bored. He tells me an interesting story about his life. After getting out of jail, he became a born-again Christian, but still having ties to the street. And he made something that was a great observation. He said there were men in the church that were single. Men in the church that were looking for wives. But these women in the church didn't want them. And I mean, these not guys that were gay. These were guys that were participating, guys who had jobs. But the single men in the church that the women were there didn't want them. So let's go back to that. God send me a man. God send me a man that I want me to have, not God send me the man that you want me to have. Because see, I believe that a lot of women in the church believe that, God, I want you to send me a man that I want. And God is sometimes scratching your hair and says, baby, the man is in the church I want you to be with the whole time. See, what people are trying to do when it comes to mating, especially in black churches, because women get up there and complain all day about what they can't get. They think that God is a buildanegro.com site and God will deliver their desires if they pray hard enough. But if you know anything about God and you believe in God, you know God doesn't give you all the time what you want, but he gives you what you need. I'm going to talk about me. I didn't want to come to Poland. Come here for what? I didn't know anybody here. It wasn't my plan to be here. I wanted to still be in the United States. I didn't want to go to no Poland, but I really feel that God said, nigga, this is where you need to be. This is where I have for you to go. You're going to be here. And a lot of times I think with people, especially in the black community, instead of taking the opportunities that we have available for us, we want to deny the opportunities and do something else. Imagine this. You get a second chance at life like I did. And this is personal, what I'm about to talk about right now. Just to anybody anyway. You get an opportunity that somebody allows you to have. Many times you might not even deserve it. And you have the audacity to turn it down. And if you believe in God, don't you know that the opportunity could be coming from him? And what you see a lot of times is in these black communities with these women, the man that they supposed to be with, that they could be equally yoked with, is there. He's already in church, baby. The man is already in church. You ain't got to ask him to come to church, because you know they're going to have that conversation. They go out with a guy. Do you believe in God? A lot of brothers might not be. I don't know. I'm not going to church. Well, if you want to be with me, you need to go to church. So instead of you trying to drag somebody that's trying to come to church, the man is already there. In a lot of cases, the man is there in church. But that's just not the man that you want. So now we're going to go back to God, go to www.rebuildthenegro.com, build a custom christiannegro.com, and ask for God to send me a man. Excuse me, God. The one that you sent me, hooked me up with last time, yeah, he won't do. No, he not going to do. God, send me the other dude. You know, the one that I want, the one that's not in church, the one that I don't have nothing to do with. I mean, you know, you see it all the time. Church girls attracted to guys that have no interest in. You grew up going to the Church of God in Christ Convocation. What you doing with this dude? Elder Willie Jackson is your pastor. What you doing with little Pookie and Ray Ray? He don't go to church. But you love him. And you want God to change him. instead of changing your decisions, and then you mad. And so that's what I'm talking about. I mean, just being unrealistic. You know, a message for this is today. A lot of times in life, what you think you want ain't really what you want. And where you think you need to be ain't where you need to be. Opportunities are going to open up for you as you take advantage of them. You don't turn down no. You know what? You know what? Let's talk about this. Our people fought real hard to be in this country. And whenever you get an opportunity and you're dumb enough to turn it down, shame on you. Especially an opportunity to be around good people and to be in a good situation and you turn it down. You know, brothers, man, don't get a whole lot of opportunities, as I don't think that women do. Women get a lot of opportunities, and you have the audacity to turn good opportunities down, great opportunities down when it's the best thing for you. And then you complain about it. No. Especially if you got kids or you looking for a second chance and you get a good person in your life and stuff like that, and you really want to, you know, so-called quote-unquote live for God, and you say no. Well, I like him, but he just too corny. He just too, well, that's what you're trying to, this is what I understand about a lot of women in church. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Hit the subscribe bell. All my contact information is there. My patreon.com is there if you want to support my content on negromanosphere.com, the #1 black male site in the world. But yeah, man, let me know your thoughts, opinions. And as you know, the buffoonery remains the all-time high. I want you guys to subscribe to this channel. If you are not new, if you're new, subscribe, hit the notification bell. So when I come on, you know what's going on. Peace out.